June 21st is being celebrated as International Yoga Day all over the world. The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in his UN address, suggested the date of 21st June. A total of 177 nations co-sponsored the resolution, which is the highest number of co-sponsors ever for any UN resolution of such nature. Today is the day of acknowledgement for one of the greatest inner discoveries from Bharat. Apart from the significance of yoga, which almost all over the world know by now, the choice of date proposed by India, June 21st, itself shows our wisdom. To understand its significance, let's look at some basic principles of astronomy. We all know the Earth is revolving around the Sun. It takes approximately 365 days or 12 months for one revolution to complete. If we look closely at the Earth, we will notice that it's tilted. To be exact, it is tilted 23.5 degrees. This causes the sun rays to fall unevenly on Earth. Some parts of the Earth receive more direct sunlight than others. This causes seasons, or ritu as called in Sanskrit, times of the year with particular patterns of weather and daylight, which vary depending on where you live. For a person who is standing in the northern hemisphere, this is how the phenomenon will look like. The day when the northern hemisphere is closer to sun is the beginning of Uttarayan. Uttarayan literally means Uttara, north, and Ayana, movement. Because if we see this phenomenon from Earth, say every day from the beginning of Uttarayan we face east and look at the sunrise, we see that the place where the sun rises shifts slowly towards the north, and hence this period is called Uttarayan, northern movement. It is also called as winter solstice in Western astronomy. This period is when the winter will be at its peak. Also, the night is the longest and day the shortest. After about approximately 3 months, the sun will reach to a point where the tilt does not matter. The sun rays fall equally on Earth. This is when the duration of the day and night are equal in a 24 hours time, and this day is called as Mahavishwa or vernal equinox. Vernal equinox also marks the beginning of spring. Soon, due to the revolution, the Earth will reach a point just opposite to the day when Uttarayan happened, and the phenomenon will be reversed. At this point, the northern hemisphere will be the nearest from the sun. Here, the night is the shortest and the day longest. It will be the peak of summer. This day is called Dakshinayan. Dakshina, South Ayana movement. Basically, southern movement of the sun in the sky. The Earth keeps moving and reaches a point just opposite to the vernal equinox, and here it is called as Jala Vishwa or autumnal equinox. And so the cycle continues. The tilt and the revolution has greatest impact on Earth and of course on those who are part of it, including us, the humans. In Bharat, we have always known this. The kind of festivals we celebrate, the kind of yogic sadhana we do, the travel plans, everything changes based on this change of seasons. Some 5,000 years before, in Bharat, there was a great warrior, Bhishma, who was defeated by his own grandson in a war and was at his deathbed. At that moment, he refused to die and declared that he will leave his body only after the arrival of Uttarayan. Such is the importance given to Uttarayan. From the perspective of yoga, June 21st marks the transition to Dakshinayana, the first full moon after summer solstice, which denotes the peak lunar cycle after the peak solar cycle, is known as Guru Purnima. Shiva, the first yogi, is said to have begun imparting the knowledge of yoga to the rest of the mankind on this day and became the first Guru, Adi Guru. He also became Dakshina Murti, south facing god. Dakshinayana is also considered a time when there is natural support and stability for those pursuing spiritual practices. That is why we chose June 21 as the day when the world should be flooded with the good message of yoga. For in our wisdom, we always try to be in harmony not only with the man-made society, but the cosmic order itself. That's why we are going to end this video with a prayer that we always use. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy. Happy International Yoga Day.